The Red River rivalry was the opposite of the offensive slugfest that was expected before the game. The Texas offense failed to cross this line all but once, and from there on out, Texas had to play catch-up to the Oklahoma Sooners. Kingston already knew what to expect on the football field. His experience playing handball and basketball back in Taiwan helped him prepare for the physicality in the game of football. A total of 86 points were scored on this basket versus 58 for the other one. That no doubt was the big difference in this game. And for Texas, a win over another ranked opponent no doubt boosts their resume. But they need to make sure what happened after the Stanford win don't happen again, because that would hurt their chances in the NCAA tournament. From the Schoenmeyer Arena here in Fort Worth, I'm Daniel Shih, TSTV Sports. Football is a staple in the state of Texas. Texans play football, watch football, and Texans breathe football. But for Westwood's Kingston Liu, football is a window to U.S. culture when he moved across the Pacific to Austin. I saw a football video on YouTube and I thought it was very cool. So when I came to the U.S., I wanted to try to play football.
Sitting at my conference table, and he pulls out his phone, and he goes, "Coach, I want to play football." And he points to his phone, and he's showing me a YouTube video of a football game. And so he had never seen a football game other than what was on YouTube. So instantly, I thought to myself, does this kid know what he's getting himself into?
Joining the Warriors football team helped Kingston find his footing. When I came here at first, I wasn't familiar with anything and I wasn't good at English, but my teammates were very inclusive and they always asked me to hang out with them and help me get used to the American culture. To make the transition smoother for Kingston, Westwood coach Anthony Wood gave the team specific pointers to help Kingston settle in.
Hey, he doesn't know you. You guys are going to recognize him. Find him today at lunch. Go sit with him. Invite him to come sit with you. Make him feel at home, because right now he doesn't know anybody. Because you know they're missing home. You know they're hating that they had to leave. Regardless of the circumstances on why they're here, so let's make the best of it.
From afar, Kingston's mom, Phoebe Liu, saw a difference in coaching between the U.S. and Taiwan. I think coaches in Taiwan take care of many aspects of the player's life and they're very strict to them. Coaches here in the U.S. are more encouraging and they let the players to become a better version of themselves. Kingston already knew what to expect on the football field. His experience playing handball and basketball back in Taiwan helped him prepare for the physicality in the game of football. Handball practices were very intense too. The fitness trainings were also very tiring. So when I came here, I thought the intensity in practice were very similar to those in Taiwan.
I wasn't worried because in Taiwan, handball was pretty tough too. And then he got hurt sometimes, and his coach was pretty tough on him in Taiwan as well. But of course, the Americans are much bigger than he is.
Second year into the sport, Kingston is already a significant member of the Westwood program, and he'll be fighting for a starting position on the varsity team next year as a senior. At Westwood High School, Daniel Shih, CBS Austin Sports.
It's a full house here. You probably can't really hear that. Wow, this one is a long one!
Live sports is back, courtesy of the Chinese Professional Baseball League. The Taiwanese Baseball League is the first professional league to commence after the COVID-19 outbreak and has attracted fans all around the world through the help of Twitter.
So there was a lot of talk on social media between Backflips and Nerds and Baseball Brit, Joey Mellows. They were generating quite a bit of interest alongside UK fans as to who we were going to support and why. And so I thought, right, I'll have a look at the teams.
And the CPBL wasted no time in making a lasting impression among the overseas supporters.
It's fun. The cheerleaders, the singing, the dancing, there's always something going on. With there being no fans, I still think the CPBL is still entertaining.
I think it's basically on a talent scape somewhere between AA and AAA.
Okay.
For me, I'm a big fan of aggressive batting. Seeing that and aggressive pitching of that nature as well has been a welcome sign.
Innings. This is a high fly ball to the left center!
And the overwhelming support can be seen through the numbers. 11 Sports Taiwan started English commentary on April 15th, and 5 days later, they announced that they had generated over 5 million views.
We would like to cheer the whole world a little by the broadcasting English, and also can bring the CPBL to the world and to invite more audience to watch the CPBL and to watch the game together. Just try to do in this difficult time. One thing that touched us, I think, the fans from the United States, they get up very early, just in the morning, for the CPBL to watch the CPBL. So even the media, so it's really encouragement for CPBL.
With sports leagues around the world being cancelled or suspended, CPBL now has a global spotlight that's unprecedented throughout its history, and in baseball terms, the pitch is coming right down the middle, and the CPBL is hitting the home run. From Taipei, this is Daniel Shih, TSTV Sports. Well begun is half done, and half done exactly what TCU did tonight. They started the game with a 13-2 run and looked like they were going to sweep Texas for the series. But Texas answered with a 13-1 run of their own, and it looked like for a second though they were going to lose the lead in the second half, but Celeste Taylor at this time stood up and answered with a 22-point performance and took the win.
We had a mismatch that whole game, so we just needed a post presence down there because they couldn't guard us down there in the paint. And, just if you're open, shoot the ball.
I thought the difference in the second half was our defensive energy, really triggered by this one beside me. She just got her hands on a lot of balls and saved some balls from going out of bounds, and it sort of kind of caught fire with our team. But she has that type of motor that she can sort of become that identity person for our team.
An important element of that comeback was the rebounding battle. Texas out-rebounded TCU 57-27, the second largest margin this season.
We searched rebounds better today. They're one of those teams that the floor is so stretched for you that you really have to just go pursue it. Sometimes it's not about boxing out, it's about going to get it, and I thought we were way better than that.
Clearly rebounding was the big thing. Our first possession defense was solid, but we just did not do a good enough job on the boards.
With the win over the Horned Frogs, Texas picks up another Big 12 win, which only makes the middle of the Big 12 standings even more chaotic.
I think it's crazy that so many of us have lost home games. I mean, that to me is the biggest reflection of the parity in the league. I mean, we're all scratching and clawing right now for bids and for positioning not only in the Big 12 tournament, but also in the NCAA tournament. SEC Challenge should have been some indicator of our league. It's sort of, I think now people are starting to pay attention.
A total of 86 points were scored on this basket versus 58 for the other one. That no doubt was the big difference in this game. And for Texas, a win over another ranked opponent no doubt boosts their resume. But they need to make sure what happened after the Stanford win don't happen again, because that would hurt their chances in the NCAA tournament. From the Schoenmeyer Arena here in Fort Worth, I'm Daniel Shih, TSTV Sports. Hi, welcome to Sports Sunday. I'm Daniel Shih. The Texas Longhorns returned to action after a second bye week of the season. A lot of questions surrounding the program after losing to TCU on the road and dropping out of the AP poll for the first time in 21 editions of the ranking. This week, they welcome a red-hot Kansas State team coming off a huge upset against number 5 Oklahoma. Texas looks to get back in the win column this week, but bad start for the Horns. Skylar Thompson gives it to Malik Knowles, posterizes Brandon Jones for a 70-yard touchdown, nothing but green in front of him. Kansas State takes a 14-0 lead. Texas doesn't look good there. Would fight back, though. The Horns would cut the lead in half by halftime. We go to the second half. K-State leads 14-7. Ellinger tosses it to Keontae Ingram, and Ingram goes for the pylon for a 34-yard touchdown, ties the game up 14-14. Early in the fourth quarter, Texas up by 3. Ingram again pushing his way into the end zone. A 12-yard run this time. Texas leads 24-14. And just when the Horns seem to blow it open, Kansas State kick returner Joshua Youngblood takes the ball from goal line to goal line for 6. The Wildcats pulls within 3, and K-State would kick a field goal to tie this game up. And it's all up to Sam Ellinger and the offense. On the 3rd and long, Ellinger connects with Duvernay to gain 18 yards and a first down. All of that sets up for Cameron Dicker. 3 seconds left from a 26 yards out. Dicker sends it right down the middle to give Texas the win. Texas wins 27-24. Sports director Bob Ballou has more from DKR. Up north on I-35, Baylor takes on TCU. 9-9 after regulation. TCU needs a touchdown in overtime. 4th and 9. Max Duggan lobs it into Tavalance Hunt. Is he in? Is he in? It looks like he is. His elbow was in. Catch of the year candidate, no doubt. And in third overtime, Charlie Brewer finds Denzel Mims in the end zone for 6. Baylor missed a 2-point conversion, but doesn't really matter because TCU needs a touchdown on 4th and goal, tried to recreate some magic, intercepted by Garland Arnold to end the game. Baylor survives a close one at Fort Worth, stays undefeated, and atop of the Big 12, the Bears will stay in Waco next week to take on number 10 Oklahoma. Down there at San Marcos, the Bobcats trying to stay in the fight for a bowl invitation. We start in the 3rd quarter. Bobcats down by 1. Tyler Vick goes to Travis Graham for 6. 4th quarter, down by 1 again. Joshua Rowland, former Longhorn, takes the Bobcats to the promised land. Texas State takes this one 30-28. In sports, there are great moments. There are classic moments. And then there are bigger than sports moments. Last Tuesday, Andrew Jones had that moment. In January of 2018, Jones was diagnosed with leukemia after averaging 13 points per game and shooting 52% from the field. Jones would only play in 2 more games after the diagnosis and stayed off the court for most of the 2018-2019 season. Last Tuesday, after months of anticipation, Andrew Jones returns to court to play significant minutes. And boy, were they significant. Jones shot 61% from the field, 4 for 5 from beyond the arc against Northern Colorado, and contributed 20 points to Texas's season opening win. Later that night, even Barstool A&M said it was a cool moment on Twitter. Last Friday against number 22 Purdue, Jones hit 6 free throws to ice the game in the final seconds to help Texas earn an impressive win over a ranked opponent. Character is not defined by how one knocks down another. It's defined by how one gets back up. Andrew Jones not only got back up, he got back up and punched cancer in the mouth. This is a story that's bigger than you and me. It's a story that's bigger than the University of Texas. It's a story that's bigger than sports. It's a story about a way of living, the persistence of staying in the fight and winning a fight. It's a story of inspiration for every one of us during our difficult times. Andrew, from everyone at TSTV Sports, congratulations for finishing your fight and congratulations for finding a path back on the basketball court. And finally, thank you for being a source of inspiration for every last one of us. We can't wait to see what you will offer on the court, and we wish you the best of luck this season. Let's toss it back to Jocelyn.